Hello and welcome, guys, back to the Imaxit Football channel. I'm your host JD. If you're new, please do smash that like button, share, and also subscribe. And if you're an avid fan, keep on doing that great work of telling your friends to come and join the platform. So, anyways, today we are going to be recapping at least part of week 4 in the Premier League. Erling Haaland let loose to get an hat-trick, and City came back to defeat the bogey team Crystal Palace 4 goals to 2. Whilst on the other hand, Liverpool shift 9 goals over Bournemouth. We are going to talk about that. Arsenal looks like they want to win the Premier League. Can they? Let me know in the comment section. And then our series on the channel, the World Cup, the Youth Women World Cup finals, and third and fourth. We're going to discuss that at the back end. We're going to discuss some reggae boys as well. Bobby Reid, how good he is. Is he the best reggae boy? We're going to drop all of those things inside the conversation. So as soon as you join, make sure you put a thumbs up. Make sure you mark yourself present, and we are going to get into the conversation. So we saw Sean Base here. Sean Base, big up. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. Share the content over the Discord for me, please, Sean Base. So anyways, guys, we're going to shift over to the detailing screen because we're going to start with the Premier League. Try to go through the games, let you know what happened in the game, and then we have the conversation on behalf of what happened. All right, yes, so let me just get it right up here for you. All right, so as you can see here, all the scores. Let's score week 4. Man United came back back-to-back wins to put them on 6 points, which I thought that that's good for them. Good momentum boost there, but the performance was not the same as the Liverpool tough fight. But at the end of the day, you never expected that, because it's not going to be consistent instant. It's going to take a time for it to be consistent. And that's what you're seeing with Ten Hag and Manchester United. If they do get Anthony and the additional pieces, they are going to be dangerous in the future, because Ten Hag is one of these nowadays classic managers. So definitely, I think he's going to get United better. He's going to get United better. So it's only going to take time. On the flip hand side, now Chelsea won 2-1 over Leicester City. The Foxes looks like they're in problem, and you have to say Brendan Rodgers might just be in problem as well, because Chelsea, I thought that they got a red card, a double yellow card, pretty much in 28 minutes, and they have been playing and that with 10 men from that time, and they still went on to pull it off. Our boy, Jamaican, Raheem Sterling got both goals and sealed them a 3 points there, which I truly believe that it is tough. It would have been a tough. All right, put it then. This is how bad Foxes look. If it was Crystal Palace today, Crystal Palace defeated Chelsea. Put it at that. All right. Yes, that's what I will say here. Brighton had a good win, a 1-0 victory over Leeds, which I always put Brighton high in my total when I'm talking about where they're going to finish. So definitely they are looking solid there. And we're going to flip over to the detailing screen, because we have 2 games that is the big games. That are the big games. Sorry about that. All right. Sean Base, thanks for being here. Dr. GG, thanks for being here as well. Sterling scored 2 goals. Yes, he did. I've just said it. So why are you fighting me to tell you that he scored 2 goals? I know he scored 2 goals, and that's Sterling. You expect that from Sterling, but hopefully Chelsea does not use that not to sign a striker, because they still need the striker. You understand me? Sterling is a natural winger and can play supporting forward or lead the line at times, but you're not going to rely on him. And Havertz, you can't use him as a striker. So you have to go there and get Aubameyang, in my opinion. What I'm going to do now, let me just click up the Liverpool performance first. Before we get anywhere. All right, this is the Liverpool's performance. Yes, I'm going to try and bring it big enough so we can see the entire field, because we have to give respect to every one of the title contenders. All right, at least we believe that they're going to be the title contenders. All right, so Liverpool here 9-0 after halftime. They were at 5. Pretty good start. Obviously, we saw that very early in this conversation, we saw that Bournemouth would not be one of the strongest teams in the league. We saw that very, very early. We saw that very, very early. And today it shows, because Liverpool was good, Liverpool was good right throughout, I can tell you. But it still shows that Liverpool has a midfield issue, and you never really saw it so much in this game. You saw that if they had increased their intensity, maybe Liverpool midfield would have given some problem. If you have consistent, at least counters, because most of the games, Liverpool always dominate on the half press. So definitely, if they had any resistance coming back the other way, you might would have seen the cracks in the Trent Alexander explosion from the right hand side, and maybe Harvey Elliott inside midfield. But I can tell you, Bournemouth never offered nothing whatsoever. Bournemouth was very, very bad. Very, very bad. As you can see, it tells by the amount of reds on the field. They weren't doing anything, basically. We weren't doing anything. I'm surprised that people still sets in 6.5 and 6.4. They are very bad. As you can saw here, Firmino, he exploded in this game, because this was the Firmino of old. I thought 3 assists and 2 goals, 5-goal contribution in one game. Very much impressive. And Harvey Elliott showcased a good talent, and once he left most of Liverpool players free, they are going to dominate the game. Henderson, Fabinho looks okay just the same. Luis Diaz brings something completely different towards Liverpool's system, and I can tell you, he's a special player. 2 goals today. And Trent, as you know, once you give him space, Trent will become a world beater. Yes, once he doesn't have to defend, he is a world beater. We have to be honest. Once he doesn't have to defend, he is a world beater. Yes. And today he didn't have to do anything. All right. So definitely a good win for Liverpool. And let me know if you think this is a bounce back for them, or this is just paper over the crack. Because you have 3 situations for Liverpool. The injuries that they do have. The available players that they do have at this point. What competition they can challenge with. What competition they can challenge. You're not sure up to this point. You're still not sure up to this point what competition they really can challenge. Because against United, they could have gotten 5, They could have gotten 5-2 in that game, They were carved open, very, very easy. They couldn't keep pace with the athleticism of the forward players for Liverpool, for United, none at all. And they were on the back foot majority of the time. Even when they tried to advance, they end up on the back foot. So we are still not sure how good this midfield of Liverpool is at this point, and how much they can hold up for the season against tougher opponents. So that is still the trouble for me. But what they had done today, I have to give massive, massive respect to them. All right. God King, bless up, bless up. Thanks for being here. Guys, as you come in, make sure to smash the like button, because that's how we get the visibility here. And if you're new to the channel, this is definitely where football lives. Obviously, we do Concacaf football a lot more, but we do watch football in general, and we cover the Premier League, because we have the knowledge for the Premier League just the same. All right. Yes. Thanks very much for being here, God King. But Chelsea look weak in midfield and attacking. Hope we get the players. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Hope them not buy Aubameyang. Why you don't want them to have Aubameyang? You don't think it's a good deal? Aubameyang wants 2 years contract, but Chelsea saying 1 year contract. That's the hold up now. Okay, thanks. So Bournemouth I pick up 9. Yes. I don't know. Maybe that's how bad Jamar Lowe is to them. That's why they don't want to keep him. That's definitely sad. All right. That's definitely sad. 1 second, guys. Let me just share this around. Yes, because we want to cover almost all of the topics then that we have today. So Liverpool, basically what we're saying here, Liverpool looks fantastic today, but Bournemouth looks like one of the worst teams in the Premier League. So we don't know how much to read into that. It showcased that Liverpool's firepower, if given the opportunity, they will fire. You get me? But the supplier power, we are not sure if that's there, and that's something that I must wait to see, in my opinion. You get me? Yes. And then we have Jay check-in, said JD Wagwan. Yes, we're here detailing the games. Let me just go through the two halves just to give you the information so we can move on from the Liverpool game. Luis Diaz scored the 3rd minute, 6th minute, Harvey Elliott. The 3rd goal was Trent Alexander-Arnold for Roberto Firmino. Van Dijk scored to finish off 5-0 in the first half. You have an own goal from Chris Mepham, sorry. Roberto Firmino, 2nd there. Fabio Carvalho. And then you have Luis Diaz to finish off the goals. As you can see here, possession overall 71% to 29, 19 shots towards 5, 12 on target towards 2. So they scored 9 out of their 12 on target. That's a good conversion rate there. All right, 6 shots off target and 1 shot block at the time. They had 6 big chances in the game, and they had 3 big chances missed. So that simply tell you they could have even scored more. All right. Yes. And that's very, very bad for Bournemouth. You conceded literally 9, and you still could have given up 3, 4. So that's very, very bad. So Bournemouth, they need to fix what's wrong with them at this point, and try something, because I can tell you, you're not going to stay in the Premier League if you continue like that. You have no chance. And if you're getting 100+ million, you need to do better. You definitely need to do better. You can't just come here and lie down and take the 100 million. That makes no logical sense. I don't like that. I want teams to be competitive, and I'm not seeing the competitive edge from Bournemouth. If you saw it, let me know in the comment section. All right, so let me move on to the next one here. Let me get this here. Manchester City, right here. Manchester City, guys. Manchester City. Manchester City. This was a game of 2 halves. 2 halves. The first half, Manchester City, as you know, they will dominate possession every single time. Almost every single team in world football they are going to face today. Maybe Barcelona, and maybe Barcelona is the only team that I would say would have won possession over Pep Guardiola's team. So you expect, it doesn't matter what condition, you're going to expect some quality passes, some quality position taken inside the midfield, and some overlapping runs. Today in the first half, City gave you that. They gave you that, They gave you that. But the fullbacks weren't clicking earlier, and I thought that it's like some remnants of the Newcastle's performance came back over at the start. So how bad they were in the first half of Newcastle's game, they literally cancel out the second half performance and go back to the first half. So that's what they did here. Erling Haaland starved for the ball in the first half, to be honest. But they are working the channels. I loved Bernardo Silva in this game. As I've said before, people said I was crazy. I said, based on my football knowledge, I thought that two years ago, Bernardo Silva is the best carrier in football and the best dribbler in football. The best dribbler in football 2 years ago. And I think he's outright the best dribbler in football today. I can tell you, he's one of the more secure legs you can find in world football today. That guy's dribbling ability is something special. And I can tell you that he showcased it today. He was like a glove going through the lines right short. He was always going to be the bright spark that really clicked things for Manchester City there. But I can tell, and I can repeat it again, Bernardo Silva is the best dribbler in world football, period. It challenged me on that one. I would love, and I've said it 2 years ago. Think his close control in dribbling. It's something different. Only person I saw that from before, with that amount of security would have been Messi. And remember, Messi getting older and he's younger, so he has that engine on him, so he can consistently run at you, run at you, run at you, run at you. Bernardo Silva, man, he's very much underrated. But anyways, let we show some love to let we show let me show some love to Crystal Palace. I have said that I thought that they would have gotten relegated. They have been proving me wrong, that they are a much better team than what I do expected them to turn out at, or turn out to be at the end. And they have grit and fight in them. So I want to say maybe they might just stay up after all. All right. Anyways, the first half statistics goes by 75% ball possession for City, 25% for Crystal Palace. As I told you, they had to cave in and try to break out. And that was the success there. The own goal came from John Stones very early in the game, so they had the luxury to sit back and felt comfortable to state that, okay, maybe we can weather the storm a little bit more and then pick them off on the counter attack. And that's what they tried to do. The second goal came from a clumsy defensive problem. So that is one of the things I can say that City has: defensive issues. They have defensive issues. You get me? They have defensive issues. That's one thing you can state there. They have defensive issues because they shipped 3 in the Newcastle game and 2 this time around. But what you have to say about City at the same time of them having defensive issues, it's like they are the most safe bet team when they are 2-0 down. Like you expect, once time is on their hands inside the Premier League, they are going to come back. I don't know if it's the Aguero's effect from a couple of years ago. Since then, they just always seems to pull off that comeback situation. What say you guys? Let me know in the comment section. But that was special. So City still struggled to get 1 on target in the first half. 5 shot off target, 2 blocks. But they dominated the game. 1 big chance in the first half, 1 big chance missed. But they still dominated the game. You can see that almost 400 passes to 25 in that first half. And then they move on to the second half. And as you can see, the same domination, 74%. Ball possession to 26. 0 shot on target, 0 shot overall, 0 shot blocked for Crystal Palace. It was a complete shutout domination. 11 shots for City, 5 on target, 4 off target, 2 shots blocked, and 3 corners. There with 3 big chances created, all of them taken. So that was a perfect second half performance there. So let me just move on to the players that we have to give some big credit to. As I've said, Bernardo Silva, I would have given easy well a 9 as well, because I thought that he was the one that was always clicking, and that through pass for the third goal for Haaland, world class, so complete world class quality. But anyways, let me get to the comment section, so we can get our lovely subscribers here. Guys, please smash that like button so we can get the visibility here. Obviously, you know, we have our time when we run our shows. Yes, so definitely it looks like this will be a longer show because we have so much things to talk about. Jay, thanks for being here. Come on, guys, we're 80 minutes in the video. Oh, look how much comments you have on the video, and you are not hitting the like button. Come on, man. Maybe you're in your feelings because maybe your club didn't do well. Let me know about your club. We're going to talk about Arsenal right after this. We talked about Liverpool, we talked about City, talked about Chelsea, we talked about Man U, but we're going to talk about Arsenal nonetheless. Conrad, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Welcome to the EPL Bournemouth. Bournemouth, knew about it. Bayern Munich spoiled my bet. I could have won 1,600 today. So Bayern Munich, what happened? They lost? Let me know. It was nail-biting game. Very exciting. JD, he better than Neymar and Messi. I can tell you, man. Bernardo Silva's dribbling ability, if you play football, man, you would have understood what I'm saying, man. Bernardo Silva's dribbling ability is world class. And the best of the world's class. Yes. Israel, there. God bless. God Jesus. Thank you. Okay, no problem. Dr. Gigi, 13 hat-tricks already at age 21. Haaland, he's incredible. He's incredible striker. I just wish he was an Jamaican born. Okay, you're not gonna get that so easily. And maybe they wouldn't accept him as well because they know about some of the people, some of the personals, their behaviors. All right. Then we have our brother Dwayne Thomas in the building. All right, massive respect. All right, yes, man, massive respect, big boss. And guys, remember we have the super chat on this channel now. You can just click the button and you can donate back to this channel as well. So both channels has the super chat. Maybe the join button will come maybe in around 3 weeks or so. So give it a little time. But whoever has the join button over the next channel, you can just let it stay over there. You don't have the share. You don't have the join on both channels. But if you still love the product because you are the ones put us here, so if you still love it, you join on both channels. I have no problem. Thanks very much for that. You get me? God Jesus, we bind President Mohammed Buhari in Jesus' name. Okay. All right. Sorry, Israel. I don't know what's going on with you. All right. City seems to be greater at playing two second half. To me, maybe because the teams them up against got tired. Yeah, maybe, but you can't say the teams they are up against got tired. They made them tired. So that simply means based off City's playing style, and most teams can't survive that domination and movements over 90 minutes. So that simply means maybe teams need to start getting fitter in order to stop City then, based off what you're saying, that, Mr. Giggs. Crystal not going down. They're not a bad team. I've picked them as my personnel to go down, but I came out and said I thought that there will be massively better. Yes. So, anyways, Erling Haaland, guys, Erling Haaland was one of the second personnels on my list. I thought that he was very good. Rodri was very good. KDB was KDB. You know him. He always give you that extra oomph to push you forward in a team. Quality player, man. Definitely, I would say KDB might go down at this point. You have to put him in the world's best players, period. KDB has to be in the world's best players. Yes, at least the top three. See, KDB has to be in the top three, if not number one at this point. I don't know who is your number one best footballer on planet Earth now. You're going to still say Messi and Ronaldo? Let me know, guys, in the comment section. I want to say it's one of these new bloods, you know. I want to say based off the consistency, you know. You have to put in the top five. You have to put Salah and KDB in the top five because over the last 5 years, these guys have been the best. Almost the best out of all bunches. KDB has been the best midfielder in the last 5 years. Every single year, he's the best midfielder in the entire world for the last 5 years. If it was Messi or Ronaldo doing that every single year, they would have been the number one personnel. But for some reason, KDB cannot be ranked as number one. So let me know who you would put as your best player. Your best player. Let me know. I'm curious to know who would be your best player in the world at this point. Your best player. Let me know, guys. DNA, hey, what's up? How you doing? Manchester City led too many goals now and have to come back to win the game. Yes, as you can see there, we had Ruben Diaz and we have John Stones. All right, massive respect, my boss. All right, let me take a picture of that. That's my 5th super chat that came in. So, and I've said that I'm going to make sure I put all of them. So, our brother doing Thomas drop some super chat on the board. Massive respect. Yes. All right. Them making them tired for sure based on how City keeps the ball moving around. So what would you do to cancel that advantage that City has over most of the teams? Because if you said something like that, you have to try and figure out a way in order to stop it, or else you're gonna let City run away with the league every single year based on just how they can keep the ball, because that's what you're saying to me. You understand me? God King said they drew 1-1 at home against Borussia Mönchengladbach. Okay. Oh well, that's sad. That's sad. But they will still be in charge of the Bundesliga. Yes, and we're going to pull up the Bundesliga as well because we had one of our personnels doing well in the Bundesliga. Yes. Saying boy, what are you doing? Big up JD. Who this say Alan going to flop? A lot of them, but remember I'm studying football, so I would never make a speech like that. It's only personnel that never played football in their life are just trying to look at internet hype to believe that Erling Haaland would not be a success. That is almost impossible, because even if he's not a success, because success could be different, because remember, you always link success to the personnel standard. So if he had scored 50 goals over there, you expect him to come and score 50 goals over here. And the qualities of the goal as well, because that's what people would look at. But even if Erling Haaland had been bad, he would have still gotten 20 tap-ins. And he's a physical personnel that most can't match. He's bigger than defenders. If you're bigger than defenders and your mobility is up there, he's bigger than Harry Kane. And he's way faster and stronger than Harry Kane. And has the finishing ability as Harry Kane, just the same. And he's 21. Imagine how scary that is. So if you're going to bet at that, it's just maybe you're looking at tension or something, because anybody that played football knew that he would have been a success unless he class 65 goals. If he doesn't score 65 goals and most of the goals them firing from off 45 yards for him not to count as a success. Alan, I can tell you, Alan will get 20 goals. I am putting it up. Alan will get 20 goals based off just his size and what City does to give him tap-ins. 20 goals after his size. Let me write that down, because I start to say that I start the season says he's going to get 30 plus goals. I'm telling you, 20 goals based off just his size and what City will just provide him as tap-ins. So he will have 20 goals based on his size and tap-ins. Between his size and tap-ins. So that simply means it's not going to take anything astronomical for him to score those goals. He's going to get 20 of those goals. Link me back as when the season finishes. Just link me back when the season finishes. That don't happen. So that simply means if he has 20 easy goals, it clearly shows you. I will agree with Neville and what's his name, Roy Keane. He might go over 40 goals in our competition. And he might go over 30 goals in the Premier League. So wait until these 16 games pass. If he's over 20 goals in the 16 games, he's going to break the Premier League record. If he's over 16 goals before the World Cup starts, he's going to break the Premier League record. And he's already on 6 goals already. 6 goals. Anyways, let me go through it. Is reading here 9.3, and as you can see, he was okay, but he was majority of the time centrally. You get me? Because it's not because he's not mobile. It is because of what happened in the game. As I told you before, they caved Crystal Palace in because the goal came early. So they dropped back and wanted to counter-attack, and they gave City all the time to play the ball. So he was always inside the box trying to stay inside without even touching the ball, because he's a limited touch striker. You get me? Yes, he's a limited touch striker. So 84 minutes played, 3 goals, 3 shots on target, 4 shots blocked. All right. Yes. 16 touches in the game. His passing on the night was 6 out of 7, 86%. All right. He tried 3 ground duels. He lost all 3. Aerial duels, he won 1 out of the 2, and he lost position 3 times. All right, which was, I think, was the ground duels, and 3 fouls committed and 1 time offside there. So that was his work today. That was his work today. And I want to tell you that his work was quality. His work was quality. I would love for them to get him more of the ball. And I can tell you, as I've said, he's going to have what I said at the start, 2 hat-trick and one game that he scores 4 goals in if Pep don't take him off early. Yes, he's going to have, and he got the hat-trick within no time. I've said he's going to have 2 hat-tricks. I want to bump up the hat-tricks then, but I will stick with my 2 hat-tricks and 1 goal, 1 game with 4 goals. So he's going to join the club of who scored 4 goals before. Did Harry Kane score 4 goals before? I know that Arshavin scored 4 goals before. Van Persie scored 4 goals before. I thought Berbatov scored 4 goals before. Aguero scored 4 goals before. Jamie Vardy should score 4 goals before. Because, help me out, guys. The personnel them that score 4 goals. I'm not sure if Drogba did it. Fernando Torres. I thought he scored a hat trick or 4 goals. All right, guys, let me know the players them that score 4 goals in the Premier League. I have named out a few, but you have a lot more that scored 4 goals. Kevin De Bruyne should score 4 goals in one game. He just did it the other day as well, right? So I thought that Kevin De Bruyne joined the list of 4 goals. Yes. So a load of individuals scored 4 goals in the Premier League. Did Tevez scored 4 goals before? Not sure, I'm not sure. Guys, comment below. The players you have, just drop the names. Once you get the personnel them that scored 4 goals before, let me know. All right. So that's it for Erling Haaland and City. They continued a strong start to the Premier League. Yes, the other results are right here. I'm going to come to the comment section, just drop the names, and I can actually get it. So Brighton put themselves in a good position. Brentford came back from 1-0 down to spoil the party for Everton to get a 1-1 draw there. So that's another good result for Brentford. So it showcased that the second season running, Brentford picking up points from very, very early. All right, we're going to get into the Arsenal battle here. All right, so this was the Arsenal game against Fulham, and as you know, Fulham has Bobby Reid on it and stuff, so that's why we wanted to chop that up. All right, so big up JD. All right, God King says I forgot that they lost 5-0 against Borussia. Oh yes, JD, what you think about Jesus sitting on the flag, Adidas tribute for JA? I think maybe he just didn't know. More than likely, if you see the personnel, you're going to know that he was instructed, because the players them don't do things off their own. So you have to talk about the personnel them that told him to do it, and maybe you don't know, because I saw the picture, and I look at it, and I can't blame the player, because maybe the player just got an instruction, and maybe they're trying to replicate our culture and our style. Maybe that's what they're doing. It could have come off wrong. I could clearly understand if it comes off wrong for personnels. Yeah, but maybe he was just trying to be more cultural. You understand me? Yes, more cultural. So it's a sad situation, but things can happen. Always like that. So sorry about that. But it's just maybe he didn't know. Clearly. Not maybe he didn't know. He didn't know. And it is what it is, Yes, so hopefully Arsenal and himself learn from this opportunity or this position. Yeah. Ronaldo and Messi, these are numbers. So I would have to say Mbappe is the man contending. But KDB is one of the best right now. All right. So that's coming from DNA. And then we have Giggs says, Imaxit, I'm not saying City is not a great team. I'm just saying City going to show up. Yes, I know what you're saying, but I'm just asking you what, because remember, we don't want the Premier League to always be this one side, two teams dominant. You get me? The reason why people loved the Premier League was to say that the Premier League, it was almost unpredictable, because you have like 4 or 5 teams that could have won the Premier League in every single 5-year bracket. Like every 5-year bracket, you never have one team just dominating the 5-year span. The only time that happened was Manchester United and now Manchester City. You understand me? Yes, and you still have Liverpool that got one trophy out of it. You understand me? But aside from that, no one else have ever dominated the Premier League aside from these two teams. Chelsea have always won it and lost it, then came back and won it after they fired their manager and add things up. You get me? So the only two teams in the history of the Premier League out of his 30 plus years was Manchester United and City. No. So Manchester United did the three-peat. I thought, yes, they did the three-peat. Yes. I know Manchester City winning what, 4 in 5 years, something like that. Yes, 4 in 5 years. And be honest, based on how they started and how they looked with their squad, maybe with additional right back piece, they might look the best team overall. You understand me? So I know what you meant, but I'm just trying to look out for the longevity of the league, because remember, that's how the sale value on the league is so high, because it's not like one team does dog walk in the league every single year. That's was the big difference. All right. JD, do know which team Hector is at now. I don't see him in Fulham squad. Okay. We are gonna put him in, and you will get him information. Arsenal doesn't disappoint. They are the below. They are the below the top four killer, but they always drop the ball against the top four. So you believe that Arsenal will drop off this time. So, anyways, this is what we have for Arsenal. We have for Arsenal 22 shots overall. All right, let me pull up this one. Let me just pull up this one. Keep it right here, and then I will put in the Arsenal match, so we can get everything on the page. We can give you half time and full time in the match stats. All right, 1 second. All right, so we have Arsenal here, so let me pull it up so we can show you. All right, so we have to start asking questions as Jamaicans, no? Yes, like Bobby Reid and stuff, because we why am I doing this every minute? Sorry about that. All right. So, for instance, because Bobby Reid has started the season very much bright, but let we focus on Arsenal a little bit. As you can see here, Arsenal they won it 2-1. This game was a stalemate for a while. As you're gonna see here, it was a stalemate for a while. The first half, 8 shots for Arsenal, one on target, 4 shots for Fulham. But the ball percentage was definitely in favor of Arsenal, big time. You get me? Yes. So at least Arsenal trying to replicate what Manchester City doing, and they're doing it at an efficient level. So they are draining players, draining teams just like City, and that's why I will not give up on Arsenal, because I was waiting on a team to have possession-based football and have very good energy levels, and I truly believe, as tough as we say the Premier League is, those are the two kryptonites. Because remember, the Premier League is transitioning from this physical long ball playing to passing football. You understand me? If you have known the history about it, it took Arsene Wenger to come in first to try and change the code and the playing style of the Premier League, and then you have Pep Guardiola came over and fully changed the playing style of the Premier League to just passing football. If you want to be effective, it's passing football. Some do it a little bit different. Klopp does it a little bit different. He uses speed transitions with passing football just the same, and eye pressing. So it becomes a much more tactical. Much more tactical. That's what I want to see. It becomes much more tactical. Based on what I'm seeing. So the fact that Arsenal doing it at this point, and obviously the oppositions, they might not be the strongest, but Fulham, they got results against Liverpool, and they should have actually beaten Liverpool. So we can't say it's a weakened team. Fulham has been putting in some good performances. You understand me? Fulham defeated Brentford, that actually defeated Manchester United 4-0. And then Manchester United went on to defeat Liverpool. So you can't say they are not a good team. So at one point, we need to start give people credit. I thought that this for Arsenal is a good performance. As you can see, Odegaard scored in the 64th minute, and then Gabriel scored in the 85th minute. And you have Big Mitro on the score sheet yet again, leading 1-0. So the fact that they actually scored first and Arsenal rally back to win the game, that is something good. All right, very good. As you can see here, more likely the player of the game, which is Martin Odegaard, very solid in that game. Gabriel Martinelli, the player that we talked about yesterday, the two players that we talked about yesterday that came straight from the Brazilian league and came straight here to do well in the Premier League, and it does not happen so much. All right, so Martinelli, Gabriel Jesus, and we put up let me put up Martinelli here. Okay, let me keep up Jesus here. Okay. Okay. So this is nice. This is nice. Okay, this is nice. So we can expand it. All right. So 89 minutes played, one shot on target, one off target, two shots blocked. And as you can see here, he was a roamer today. He was roaming in between the around the 18-yard box, as you know, and even dropping wide over the left hand side. So you are gonna get that from Gabriel always, and the close touch dribbling ability. That's always a good thing from Gabriel Jesus. All right. And it helps the playing style for Arsenal. So the only thing I would complain about Arsenal is the level of backups that they do have in the team. But aside from that, I do think their starting 11 has reached very good places that they could give teams all sorts of problems. So definitely watch out for Arsenal. Don't sleep on them. In my opinion, don't sleep on them. I know that we had beat them very very bad in order to say that they might not finish ahead of what it was Chelsea. The conversation because but no, Arsenal started off good, and right now only thing left for Arsenal is to get a big result in a big game so they can use that momentum to finish at least the first 16 games off and then go straight into the World Cup and then return. You never may know what can happen from that point. But guys, before we go through the rest of the comments, them please smash that like button. Get me to 50 likes on the video before the hour finish. All right. I know a less people here, but definitely get the likes up on the video nonetheless. You know our time is very much important, so don't do that. All right. Make sure to get the likes up without we have to say to you, because we are giving you football information that you go on big platforms and see that. All right. Yes. They love making excuse when Arsenal win. Shameless. Yes, that is true. Fulham looks like them want to win earlier. Then I don't know what happened. No, Arsenal, the same legs thing that you're talking about. Gigs, I thought that's what happened when you pass the ball a little bit. You pass the ball around more. I think that's important. When you pass the ball a little bit more, it jades the leg. I still, even as I pass out the Premier League is, when you go down to football and footballing mechanics, I still don't think the Premier League is the highest level league. That will come as a shocker to you, because I've said the Premier League is the best league, but the best league don't naturally mean the best football technical league. You understand me? The best league has a lot of things involved in it to be the best league, in my opinion. Then you have Nikki's in the house. Hello, just in time. Thanks for being here, Nikki's. How you doing? Took Martinelli 2 years to get going. Not easy to adapt in the EPL. He still stayed here by himself. But still, Arsenal soon drop. Okay. Gunners all day. Nikki's just joined, and there you have Jason Kuna. Big up yourself. Thanks for being here. All right. Yes. So Martin Odegaard would be the man of the match. But at the same time, we have a Bobby Reid up here living lives with all of the big guns them. So we have to start give Bobby Reid some respect. You get me? Yes. Yes, we're pulling up Bobby Reid stats here. Bobby Reid got a 7.1. I thought that is a next industrial shift he puts in yet again. 30 touches, passing accuracy 58 on the lower side, 7 of 12. Key passes 1, crosses he attempted 2, completed 1. Long ball here 1 of 1. Ground duels 3, 2 out of 3, which is good. Aerial duels 2 out of 4, which is good because he's a small frame. And possession lost 9 times, was fouled 1 time. 2 clearances, 2 block shot, 1 interception, 1 tackle. So he showcased that he's doing his job. Let me just put it up here so you can get to see Bobby Reid in question. All right. Fulham stats. Fulham stats. Yes, we will do that. We will do that. Arsenal is stronger this season. I will give them that. Bobby Reid is a good player. I want to say that Bobby Reid might be Jamaica's best player now. I want to say that based on performance, Bobby Reid is Jamaica's best player right now. Mikel Antonio not doing much. Leon Bailey still struggling to fit in. Obviously that's not on Leon Bailey, but his team. He got a goal the other day in the cup, so that will boost his confidence. Yes, but definitely based on performance and the level at this point, it would be Bobby Reid being the best player for Jamaica. You get me? Yes. Yes, he's the best player for Jamaica, hands down. I don't even think that can be a competition. You get me? So I want to see when Argentina comes up, if he keeps this farm up, if he's not going to be the first person on the team sheet. Jaya says, JD, the question one must answer for me: how can Jamaica call up a team without Bobby Reid? Well, we are going to see now. We are going to see now. So we're going to learn to see if it's just. I know what the problem is for Jamaica, and I know what the problem is for Jamaica. I know what the problem is for Jamaica. You get me? I know what the problem is. Yes, I know what the problem is, and it has been the problem from day one. We had done something in 1998 and we are trying to replicate it. But one thing we know, the quality of talent is not the same as 1998. So when you bring in higher quality players with lower tier players, they can't fit in on the field at the same time. So you're going to struggle over time. Yes, that's what the situation is. Bobby Reid is the best form. Is in the best form as a Jamaican international. That is true. Bobby Reid, a preference for real. Imaxit. All right. Yeah, Bobby Reid, in form. Yes, man. I would said that. No, it's not a would. It's a sure. The man is in the Premier League. No one else is in the Spanish league, in the German league, doing anything. You understand me? So, and then Leon Bailey is in this league. You have Ethan Pinnock being injured. You have Mikel Antoni in the league. They did not won a match as yet. So that is something to call in question. Yes. JD, who you think is going to play against Argentina? Because I don't want to waste my money by ticket. I think you're going to see a combination yet again. They are going to tell you that certain people turned down the call up, but that's a lie. I clearly see what's going on now because worst off, they got a result, which is a good result against Qatar. And let me repeat again, some of the players them on the Qatar team was starting players, what they need to use for the future. So that is accurate, but it's not all players on the field. Not all of the starting for Qatar was on the field, but that's still, we still have to give Jamaica credit. You know why we have to give Jamaica credit? Because this is not Jamaica's strongest team. So I'm not trying to take no credit from them, but I'm trying to tell you that anybody that told you that it's the same Qatar team, it's not true. And you can just go in a stats for yourself and show you that people lying. All right. It is not the same Qatar team. The squad is out. We are going to touch that as well. So don't worry yourself, because we are here to clear up all of these behaviors. All right. Yes. We're always here to clear up those behaviors, because what people, so you have people here designed to spread propaganda because they're on payrolls of others. And I've said that always. You have to be careful of those personnels every single time. All right. Yes. Bobby Reid is born in England. That is why he won't always be picked. Yes, man. I do agree with that statement. I will see if they are going to left out Bobby Reid. Yes. And then we have Blake Hilton in the building. Massive respect, big boss. Thanks very much for being here. How are you doing? Yes, so that was Bobby Reid there. That we just switch over, and then we can pull up the standings at this point. All right, the standing at this point, after 4 games, as you can see, pure W's there. Arsenal 4 W's on the bounce. They have the goal difference 8. They conceded 3 goals so far, so that's decent. Obviously, their wins, people might question them, but they're played good teams in that. Yeah, all right, because I consider Fulham as a good team. I've considered Leicester as an okay team. Think Leicester might drop off this season. Yes, but they are still an okay team, in my opinion. And then right behind that, you have City on 10 points, goal difference 8, just the same, because they conceded 5. They scored 2 more goals more than Arsenal, but they conceded 2 more than Arsenal. So it brings them back down to a goal difference of 8 at this point. And then you have Brighton really punching above their weights there. Mr. Blake, and the video is here now. You saw me turn up, all right, because you bad me up to do this video. So make sure you represent for this video, all right. So make sure to tell the people, hit the like button. Make sure to support the video, all right. Field goal 5 for Brighton. So Brighton do out here winning games, but they are not scoring so much goals. As you can see, 3 wins, 1 draw there, and definitely they are not scoring so much goals. So hopefully they can do that in the end and get themselves above certain level. They are going to be a very much organized team, as what I've said in my prediction. I do believe that even if Brighton sells most of their top players, I still believe that they are going to have some, they are going to be competitive because their system mold players for you to buy them in the next year for 50 million. You get me? They mold your players for you to buy them the next season for 50 million. I just don't know how, but they seems to always do it. Always do it. I can tell you, always do it. Always. Yes. So guys, as you come in, we have a little amount here. No problem. We're still grateful, but definitely smash that like button. So that's how you get more people here. All right. That's how you get more people here. So thanks for the like. So let we aim for 50 likes so far. It's just my fault. Maybe I didn't get the time to share the video around. But come on, we have the people and the here. You need to turn the notifications on. When you turn the notifications on, it doesn't matter who. It doesn't matter who what game we are doing. It's going to send you a notification. But if you only let YouTube decides for you, then they're going to prioritize the contents that you watch the most. Always remember that with the algorithm. It will prioritize what you do the most. So if you watch Jamaica content the most, that's what it's going to send you. So if I'm doing English content, it might not send you that. All right. Yes, so that's why I've always said turn all notifications all on it, and then we will be okay. But no problem, no problem. We're going to be here for 2 hours. We have enough information for days, so we will be here. Don't worry yourself. All right. Jay, I said okay. Ian Campbell in the house. Big up yourself. Yep, your people. JD a week late, but make sure when you like the video. Okay, thank you very much, Blake Hilton, for that. All right. Yes, that's all we ask. The respect. Look how much other contents I've covered, Blake Hilton. You can't give me respect, man. Sometimes I'm tired, man. Remember, I have a life beside this, and I work, family, and everything, Brighton always start off good, nothing new. No, but they have actually sustained starting off good, if that's what you're going to say. All right? My God. Anyone attending the Argentina game, link me. Okay, you're make sure, if so much of you guys go in there, make sure to have coverage to send to me, all right, so I can actually use them back. All right. Yes, Imaxit, did you talk about Chelsea? Yes, we talked about Chelsea. All right, so let me move on from here. So the listing right here, you have Tottenham in 4th spot at this point. They have yet to play another game. They have goal difference 4, so it would not be likely that they're going to shift. They're going to shift 6 more goals, but they only need 4 more goals in order to catch up to the pack of Manchester City, and 5 to surpass them without conceding. So they can possibly get some goals, but I'm not sure if they're going to get so much. If they do, kudos to them. If they do, kudos to them. All right, but I'm not so sure if they are going to shift so much goals. All right. 1 second, guys. Let me share this link right here. But guys, remember, man. As I've said to you, always protect what your livelihood is. All right. In terms of when I said that, in terms of protect. If you want the best players in the team, protect that. All right. Anybody you see selling narratives, you make sure to call them out. And if it's me, you literally avoid me just to protect that, because that's only way you can go forward. You understand me? If you want to make Jamaica better, that's how you can protect it. They ain't getting so many. First at home will be a good test. All right. Okay. All right. So Tottenham in 4th position. Leeds at this point in fifth position. 2 wins, 1 draw. All right. Yes, they lost today. So that's the one. All right. Chelsea now went back to winning ways after embarrassing result against Leeds. Obviously, Leeds came out with the energy, so we have to give them that credit there. And then you have Manchester United turned things around after 2 defeats. They had 2 good victories. I would not say the same intensity as the Liverpool victory, but definitely I would say that the organization there, the pattern of play is there. So they are going to try their best to buy the necessary pieces. in order to fulfill that in the end. And I truly believe after 10 games or so, you're going to start seeing the Ten Hag situation start playing much more fruitful. I can tell you that. I would bet my money on that. After 10 games, you're going to see him start doing certain things because you don't know what them beating Liverpool gives to Ten Hag. It gives him the power to be able to make pull moves. Remember, he has players there that has the quality that supersedes a manager's power. And I truly believe that's what's holding down Manchester United is the manager's power. The weakness of the managers compared to the players. That's why they had shift out so much players. You understand me? And I truly believe that they want this to work with Ten Hag because they saw what he had tried to do. Now they have the money to back him. And if you can fit him with the players that he truly requires, I can tell you, he's going to outsmart a lot of managers. A lot of managers. And then you have Liverpool jumps back after that wonderful 9-0 defeat. That 9-0 win, 9-0 win, sorry about that 9-0 win. They jumped to 8th spot at this point. 5 points, but 8th spot. So that's how tight the league is after 4 games. Brentford and 5 points. It's the same. Newcastle and 5 points, but they still have one more game to go. And signing Isaac. I can tell you, Newcastle going places. If they can add 2 more pieces to that, they are going to trouble. They are going to trouble people close to European space. Isaac is a special talent. Isaac plays. It's weird. He's like a 7-footer. Sergio Aguero type player. Weird. He's big as Alan, but his movements is ridiculous. So if Eddie Howe can get the best out of Isaac, I think he's going to take the league by storm, just like Alan. Maybe not the same amount of goals because Newcastle don't create those amount of opportunities, but they do create good opportunities. And he's a good runner, he's a good link-up player, and he's a mobile 6'4" plus guy. He's going to be very good in the Premier League. And I love that. I love to see that Newcastle doing things, big business like this. And Newcastle might be going back to the 1991 or 1995? Which one? I have to look back on the year. 1991, they were good. 1995, they were still okay as well. Yes, so maybe they're trying to go back to those 2 periods. So 2 draws and 1 win. Newcastle failed to even taste defeat at this point. Fulham got their first defeat today after 2 draws and 1 win. All right. And then Nottingham Forest, 1 draw, 1 win. And after the first loss, all right, 4 points. Nottingham Forest on, looking sharp. They still need 36 more points, so it's going to be a tough time for them. Crystal Palace, 2 losses, 1 win and 1 draw, 4 points at this point, and -2 goal difference below Nottingham Forest at this point. So Southampton, same 4 points here, but the -3 goal difference. Aston Villa down there after 3 games played, and they have the 4th game to come. Hopefully, they can grab something out of that. And Bournemouth, 3 losses on the spin after a good start to the season. They need to get it together. And then you have Everton down there, 2 draws, put them on 2 points. Wolves, 1 point. Leicester City, 1 point. And West Ham, after 3 games, 3 losses and -5. Obviously, they are going to get better, in my opinion. All right? In my opinion. But what I want to ask you guys, based on how it starts, 4 games played. Do you see any one of the teams then, just like how I said, Crystal Palace might be better than what I first predicted them to finish? Do you want to make any changes? Because West Ham had a very bad start, 3 games, no points. Leicester City looks worse off. So do you want to change your relegation teams? Let me know. JD, do you think Ronaldo is going to Ajax? He's spending a lot of time on the bench. He would not go to Ajax. I think he wants to play Champions League, but not Ajax. I think he wants to go maybe one of the Italian clubs, or maybe far-fetched. He might turn up to be in France because of some tax break. some tax break. These big stars, it might go something like that. If he's running out of time and he needs to play in the Champions League, he just takes a tax break. I mean Cristiano Ronaldo. There is only one Ronaldo. All right, Isaac need to get stronger, but let's see. I don't think he needs to get stronger. If he's a fleet-footed tall player, the reason why he's fleet-footed is because he's not big like big Brout Alan. You understand me? That's why he's fleet-footed. So his game matches his body, body style. So I don't think he's perfectly fine, and he's stronger than what you're giving him. You're giving him credit for. He's much stronger than what you're giving him credit for, Mister Jason. Jason. Yes. So, anyways, no. Top of the pile right now. Top of the pile is our boy, Big Brout Alan. 6 goals, 4 games. Then you have Micho, that I said I think he might go over 15 goals. He's on 4 goals already, so he needs 40 more goals. Haaland, we had said 20 goals for Haaland. Boy, right now I have to take that back. I have to just cancel that 20 goals and put it to 40 goals for the season in our competition. Yes. We have to change that around, put it to 40 goals in all competition. That's what I'm going with. He's going to score 40 goals in all competition. That's what I'm going with. So let me know what say you in the comment section. All right, 40 goals in all competition. I'm going with for Haaland this season. Neville and Roy Keane said it first. So I'm not going to take credit for that when it happens. But 40 goals in the entire season for Erling Haaland in all competition. Hopefully he plays a solid at least 37, 38 games, this season. If he does that, I think 40 goals will be a breeze for him in all competition. 37 games for the season, 40 goals will be a breeze for Erling Haaland. Breeze. Yeah. This guy is truly talented, man. He might score 40 goals in the EPL alone. No, if he scores 40 goals in the EPL alone, what would we make of the EPL? Because that we couldn't say he never scored 40 goals in the Bundesliga, So, what would we make of the Premier League then? What would we make of the Premier League? Because he was on a dominant team. Dortmund was a dominant team in the league. Obviously, you're going to say Bayern is better than them, but you don't have much other teams better than Dortmund. So if he scores 40 goals in the Premier League, guys, what would you say about the Premier League? We would have to draw up the Premier League files after that, if he scores 40 goals, which I truly believe he can do, But what would that say about the Premier League? That is what I want to ask, He never played with the players like City. He played with good players just the same and dropped down the standard of the league since to hype the Premier League over. He was playing with good players in relation towards the context of the leagues over the top players for the rest of the teams them and on par with Bayern Munich, most of the players them. So it was still a dominant team he was in. So if he can score so much goals, I still believe that we have to start calling the Premier League in question. 30 EPL goals. I think it's possible. It's achievable. But let us see what he does in the first 14 games. First 14 to 16 games. If he hits double digit, if he hits 20 goals in the first 20 in the first 16 games, which I think will happen. It will happen. But oh God, that means he might score 40 goals then. Because I truly believe he's going to score 20 goals in the first 16 games now. I think he's going to pass 20 goals in the first 16 games. I honestly believe so. And I don't think anyone on planet Earth will bet against him. City players better. Yes, we know City players are better, but if we are going to say that the Premier League is better than the German league, put everything in context then. All right? The other teams below Borussia Dortmund and Bayern Munich, they are way off than the rest of the other teams then. So he could have still scored 40 goals. That will never happen. You think EPL defenders are Kunumu? No. Ohini, Blake, he's gonna embarrass you. He's gonna embarrass you. I think he's going to be on 20 goals before the World Cup starts. In the Premier League alone. He might just be on 8 goals before. He might just be on 8 goals before 5 games played. So what you're going to tell me that he's going to go through the next 10 fixtures, next 11 fixtures, and don't do nothing at all. Oh, that's not true, JD. Dortmund barely comes fourth. Some season he was some season he was there. Does the placement have nothing to do with the quality of the players them? So because they come fourth, that don't mean that means that the players them are poor. The suppliers them are poor. Let me know. Because I've still said they had go through. I'm not gonna that because you can pull up the stats yourself and just look on it. Look on the midfield for them and tell me about the midfield and tell me that the Bayern midfielders are way better than Dortmund midfielders. That's not true, bro. That's not true, Dan. But I'm not gonna get into that conversation. I'm just gonna stay on my topic here. It looks like he just might pull off scoring 40 goals. He has a better team now. I agreed it's a better team, but nobody will come and tell me that Bellamy, Jude Bellingham and them are worse stuff than Bayern Munich midfielders, and they weren't supplying him. Come on, man. Jude Bellingham and them are just as good as Foden them, and Foden them are some of the best kids in the world. So I'm not gonna argue that. I'm 1000%. I've seen these kids played, and nobody on Arsenal not better than Jude Bellingham and them. None. And Arsenal at the top of the league now. So that Dortmund team is good, bro. Their midfielders are good, man. Top strikers scored 20 plus 30 goals a season is unheard of. No, man, no. 30 goals are not unheard of with the supplier. The surprising thing, I'm actually agreeing with what the guy is saying, but you're just trying to make a different point. I think EPL might have never had a person like Haaland. I do believe so. I do believe so. If Zlatan had came in earlier, maybe 31, I would have said that. You know, yes. Haaland keep this form until the World Cup break. City might not lose a game. Well, one season he was there. All right. A special kind of crack there at Belgium. Well, make sure when you come back, make sure when it happens. All right, you said this man might score 20 goals in the Premier League before the 16th game. Might score 20 goals. So if he's anywhere from 15 to 20 goals, make sure Cataract has to come and tell me sorry. He's already on 6 goals already. 6 goals. So he has 11 more games. 11 more games, to just crack 9 more goals. Please bet on that. He will go through a drought once them analysts study and figure him out. I think the size of the guy, I think that's what you're actually losing out. Look here, the guy plays 4 games, and today he did something that no one saw him did from before. You get me? Literally just bounce off a defender. He did it against Van Dijk them in the Liverpool game, but it was an odd angle when he was off balance. But now he stood up and the defender could never push him off the ball. Those are things that you can't teach, Cataract. I am telling you, this guy, you cannot bet money against him. When I told people it's going to be mad, that means they aren't ahead of the rest of the league, like you are saying. But I'm saying the same thing. Cataract. Cataract, I will take the call after, bro. One second, Cataract. I will take the call after. I will call you after. Let me finish up the shot and I will call you after, brother. Imaxit Football. Remember, I comment earlier, said Haaland could score more than 30 goals. Yes, based on what I'm seeing, yes, it might be. Hello, Navlet O'Brien. Thanks for being here, mother. How are you doing? Bellingham, better than who? I've said They are not better than them. They are not better than Bellingham and my boy. I'm going to name out all the midfielders them after I finish the conversation. Kimmich and Goretzka better than Bellingham and Chan by far, but he's not too midfielder them have. And Kimmich is a player different from Bellingham. So you cannot compare Bellingham to Kimmich. Kimmich and Bellingham don't actually play the same way. JD, what you just said. I've said all of the Bournemouth midfielders are comparable to Bayern Munich's midfielders, just the same. Believe me. And some of them might actually exceed Bayern Munich players in 2 years. All of the Bayern Munich players, them. Believe me. Relax yourself, JD. The German league and EPL is different. You can't say something like that without a player proving themselves. You don't even. That's why I don't like lives. That's why I don't like lives. Because a man don't hear your conversation, then come in your conversation and actually think he knows what you're talking about. That's why I don't like to do lives. That's why I will just do shorter version videos and then people comment on what I've said in its totality. All right? That's what I'm saying. All right? Haaland is on a team that creates the most chances across Europe per 90. Nobody should be surprised if he scores 25. But they're questioning that even. Well, I won't agree with that. No problem. You don't have to agree. Remember what I'm doing here? I'm talking about footballing and I'm checking and investigate football and applying my knowledge to it. So it's not going to always come across to everybody as correct. But once it works, make sure you come back and tell me sorry. You have a lot of people act like they're football genius, but believe me, I've said a lot of things in life because I'm actually researching it. And then it comes through. So make sure people give me my credit when it comes through. Sancho, Reece Nelson looks amazing in Germany, but struggling in EPL. I can't accept that Jude Bellingham is better than every midfielder in Arsenal. Yes, I think he's better than every midfielder in Arsenal. Yes. He's younger with more potential. Yes. Yeah, I know people will get in their feelings. Get me? JD, may I call in for 60 seconds? Make a big okay, I will take a call for 60 seconds because I don't want to hold a show because I have 2 other topics to talk on, my brother. That's why I said it was sweet. Let me do it, all right? Because I just want these to flow. Yes, but I'm going to give you 60 seconds. Let you talk, my brother. All right? Okay, let me plug in this thing because I don't even plug in the thing then at all. Start. DNA, he might just score in every game. He might just score in every game. He might just score in every single game. We don't know that as yet. He might just score in every single game from this point. Okay, so you're not taking up the call now. Yo, brother, stop. You call back when you're ready, man. Goretzka, then they play the same exact role. Oh, and you pick out. So I've called the next name, and they go for the next name. So I can't conversation with Jason Natal because you go for the next name when I said this. I literally said Kimmich, and they go for Goretzka. Okay, so you're just trying to win argument. Simple as that. So I'm not going to continue then because I pointed out one, and then you switch to the next one. Well, I just got here and heard what you said. Laugh out loud. If I got the info wrong, my bad. I am saying that Arsenal at the top now, and some of these players in Dortmund team are better than all of the Arsenal's midfielders. So maybe that's why people get in their feelings. And I'm going to stick with it. Based on what I'm assessing, a lot of these players are better. Why is it Liverpool want to buy Bellingham then? And hanging all their hopes on Bellingham then? Since we don't know we don't know nothing about football. Why they don't go on Arsenal and try and take anybody from Arsenal to fit the Bellingham role if he's not good? And I just brought up that, I just brought up that out of the conversation, I just brought up that out of the conversation just to prove to you. Hello, Cataract. Let me give you the time, my brother. So let's take the floor and let me kind of continue with the show, all right?
All right, because this is how football is. So I am betting you live that before the World Cup, Haaland cannot score 20 goals. Otherwise, I will stand outside of the JFF with a sign saying Mr.
No, Cataract. We said 15 to 20 goals. That is the ratio we were talking on. So, and we'll repeat it before. So don't bet on 20. Because every time when they call it
20.
No, you can't. The ratio is 15 to 20. The ratio is 15 to 20. That's what I've said back then. So you see, some people don't listen when I'm.
It got this one. All right, we have 8 seconds. So you take the bet or you not take the bet. 20. If Haaland scored 20 goals before the World Cup, I will stand outside the JFF headquarters with a sign saying "Mr. Speed for President."
All right. So no. All right. Let me move it from 15 to 17 to 20, and then we will take the bet. 17 to 20. So that means he will score more goals than the games that he had played. Let me put it up from 15 to 20 to 17 to 20. So if he goes on 19, you have to go out there just the same.
So you stutter now.
I am not stuttering. Your phone feed is wrong. Your phone feed is wrong or something? Because I'm not stuttering. I'm very much clear. I said from 17 to 20 goals before the World Cup.
Which kind of gambling, brother? You have to make a bet.
No, but that was what I've said.
Cataract. With your research. If you're so confident with research, take the bet. But I now hold up the show because the show is nice.
That was what I've said in the conversation. I've literally said the same thing. What I'm saying now to you.
I'm listening
to you.
So
why you want 17 to 20 goals? Because that simply means he would have scored 30 plus goals. Remember, your conversation was to say that he would never, like from 25 to 30. Like what kind of world we're living in?
No, 25 goals is doable in the Premier League. 30 goals is an amazing season. Many come and many go. But when I come to hold up with him, I don't come and get a bet because I like the conversation. I like the movement in my life. So if you take the bet for the 20, just let me know upon the live. If you
17 to 20, I will take it.
No, man, I do 17. I do 17.
17 in 16 in 16 games? And he might missed one game? Are you not taking that?
I take a bet at 20. If you think he's so great. As the greatest ever. And you're very disrespectful to somebody like Thierry Henry. Very disrespectful.
No, it's not. Thierry Henry had a good squad. But the league was physical at that time. And the players that he had good, very, very good team. And at that time, it was just tougher. You can't say me, I'm being disrespectful to Thierry Henry. The guy is just a very good player. The guy is just a very good player.
And the City is not a good player.
Yeah, but all right, you watching him. It looks like nobody can stop him, like physically bulldozer him in the league. No, because I'm trying to get to a point. Who bulldozer him who bully him in the league since you're watching the league? Just asking. I'm just asking.
The people haven't figured him out yet. They haven't figured him out yet. But it's just a matter of time. Give it by 10 games.
Cataract is his size. Go and check how much centre backs you have over 6'4". The man is physically bigger than almost every centre backs he came up against, including Van Dijk and them.
But what they will do, as I said to you in the chat, they have invested heavily in very expensive, good CDMs to choke off the supply from other teams. If that is the big difference in the EPL now,
Yeah, but Cataract, it's 7 seasons in a row. City dominating and nobody can stop them from creating. The only thing you can do is stop them from scoring the goal. Like they never had any physically imposing striker for the last 3 years. And they had a different pattern over the last 3 years. But they create the most chances. Nobody had figured that out. So it's not to stop Haaland. It's to stop the supply. Because once you give him the ball, you can't stop him. I am telling you.
But that's what I just said.
Then you're going to stop him. Cataract, you can't figure it out because you can't stop City from creating chances.
Okay, boss.
You cannot stop them. So, Cataract, please let me know. Let me know if Leeds crack the code. Let me know if Leeds crack the code of stopping City from creating chances. I'm going to go on what Leeds done in all of the games over the last 4 years. And it has been an embarrassment to the amount of teams the amount of chances they do create against Leeds. So I don't know who you think cracked the code to stop City.
I just said to you that what has happened between last season and particularly this season is that teams are investing in more expensive and more quality defensive midfielders. So we will see if that works. That's what I just said.
But so far, you're watching the Premier League. You saw every top team that invested in all of those so-called top defensive midfielders. Casemiro, that just came in, quality. Right. That's true. That is definitely quality because he shut down Liverpool. Yes, that is true. But who else you saw bad defensive midfielder got bad for City? You saw him playing much?
Yes. No, but you bought Calvin Phillips, but you haven't started him in a game. Leeds replaced him with the American youth. Oh God, I can't remember my name right now. Me fuzzy.
Guys, please name out all the best defensive midfielders in the league, and we're gonna if you have them, because obviously you guys can research it very fast. I am online, so I you have the luxury to always have it. So give me all of the best midfielders. Them Tyler Adams, coming in from Germany. He was one of the best in USA. No, in the Concacaf. Yes, he's definitely one of the best defensive midfielder in Concacaf, but not in world football. So in Concacaf, yes.
But he was excellent in Germany.
He was okay in Germany. He was not excellent in Germany.
All of a sudden, no, Tyler Robinson.
No. He was super. He was super. No. I've never said he was bad. I said he was okay to good. I put it as okay to good. Then but he was okay in Germany, because what you don't understand about Tyler Adams can play right back as well. He's an industrial player, and sometimes the team want him to play more than one position. So when you're talking about him playing CDM, he plays more than one place. He can play even centre back, you know. So he can't. You can't use him as a true CDM. Remember, I know the player in and out. You know, I was the one that scout the player. You know, when we were talking about him against Jamaica, you know, and I said he's gonna be the best player. You understand me? So I know him. So he's a good player, but you can't put him in the top ilk of the Premier League if you have this Premier League in the highest regards.
He will have to prove himself in the Premier League this year. He will have to prove himself, right? Just like Aston Villa when they brought in Douglas Luiz, right?
Yes,
they come in and prove themselves.
Douglas Luiz has not proven himself as yet. He needs to prove himself even more, because the midfield of Aston Villa has been the weak point of Aston Villa, because they're trying to go expansive to play a Buendia and Leon Bailey out front with Watson. Oli Watkins. Sorry, Oli Watkins up front. And they can't do it, because every single time they do it in transition periods over 30 minutes, the team get tired. And then once they got tired, Leon Bailey can't do nothing and Buendia can't do nothing, because the midfield not holding and pushing back enough. So their team is tired. So they have to always go back narrow, to go back with two strikers and drop either Buendia or Coutinho inside the hole and play a 4-3-1-2 system. You understand me? So that player that you talk about don't even work as yet. So we're still waiting for find this super defensive midfielder that will stop Haaland. Maybe the best defensive midfielder to stop Haaland or try to stop him or slow him down is on his team. All right. So Jason says, what is it? What is it?
You have the jokes. But never do if you have to take the bet, but what did they go?
17 to 20 and 17 to 20, and I would take that bet. 17 goals after 16 games is a lot of goals, you know. How much times Hurricane scores 17 goals after 16 games, guys? How much time Hurricane and 17 goals after 16 games? Not many, you know. So
not many. Never. Hurricane. What is Hurricane's biggest goal thing? About 25?
Yeah, but remember in that same season he was injured, right? He was injured when he got the 25, he was injured. So maybe he scored a lot in the first half to come back and score after. Okay. So he never did it. Salah, how much Salah did? Salah never did it either. So if so, all right then. Look at that then. So I'm giving you a bet to say 17 goals because my point I was trying to make, I was trying to say 17 goals. I am giving you before the World Cup comes, and you don't want to take the bet 17 to 20. So that's still something historic the guy will do. You understand me? It's still something historic.
Me I drop down one. Him now scored 19 goals.
No, that's why we say 17 to 20. 17 to 20 cataract, and we finish. All right, that is the deal. Decide if you want it, Bossy.
You don't want that. Me I bet 19 goals.
All right.
Take a bet.
Okay. All right.
You love Manchester City so much.
17 to 20. 17 to 20, and
19 goals.
All right. All right, big boss. Yes, because I have 30 minutes now to put all of my additional topics them in. Oh my God.
Let me say 1 second though. I know you don't go down in the league, but Johnson Clark Harris is he's on 5 goals in 6 games now. Captain in Peterborough, and they are I think they are 4th. They just barely missed out today. I think they went down to 10 men. But I just want to give him a shout out. 5 goals in 6 games.
I will put that in the Jamaica Reggae Boyz thing. Reggae Boyz abroad. Yeah, maybe tomorrow I will do the Reggae Boyz abroad.
Big him up,
all right. Respect.
Big him up, yeah, man.
All right. Cool. So that was Cataract giving his take. I've said that Alan is on pace to do 17 plus 20 goals, 17 to 20 goals before the World Cup comes, and it's doable for him because the amount of chances that they are creating. Obviously, he's still struggling to get in between the lines and the organization between the team and him, but at the same time, he's on 6 goals in 4 games. So if we're going to have so much problem to say this man is struggling, he's not getting enough touches, and they are not feeding him the proper way, and he's still on 6 goals. So remember, over time, that's going to get better, So every game is going to be more dominant and more dominant. So that simply means the goals might not slow down. But guys, before we get anywhere, please hit the like button so we can get up the visibility, all right? We are still not on 50 likes. We would love to hit 50 likes before we finish this stream. Very, very easy to do. Well, I just got here, okay. JD. The way how you talking, Alan will score in every game. I've answered that already. Alan will have trouble scoring against a very low block team. But that's when Alvarez comes in. No, they might use 2, and low block teams, I think Alan came in for the low block problems because today was a low block team. And he scored an hat-trick on a low block team. He literally scored an hat-trick on a low block team today. JD, take it. He will score 20. No, I think he's going to score 20, but I have to go what I'm comfortable with because I'm not trying to win a race, but I'm just trying to show people how confident I am that this guy was never going to be a failure. You understand me? Yes. So that was, I'm not trying to win anything, Watch he's talking about DM. Tyler Adams, Cataract are crazy. Why you want to stand out at the JFF office, say Mr. Speed for president? Okay. Conte best CDM, Rodri, Fabinho. All right. He was a utility player for Leipzig, never an excellent player. That is a bit of an exaggeration. Okay, I did say he was a utility player. That is true, but he was one of the best in the Concacaf region, and yeah, I think he's 1 or 2. In everyone else's eyes. So maybe that tells you the level that the Concacaf is at this point. And you will go up at the office and protest. Not great, but serviceable. All right. So, okay, the conversation went good. Cataract, what your thought on Bobby Reid? Yes, I would love to hear Cataract's take on Bobby Reid. Maybe you will drop that in the comment section. Fabinho, Rodri, Fabinho, Casemiro, Party, Bruno. Okay, Bruno. Gemarish. Okay. Thought you saying Bruno Fernandes. I'm wondering. Luis is good, but Aston Villa been exposed too many times. I think Luis is not as good as what people give him the credit for. He's going to take a while to reach there. He's young, so he can still reach. Kamara just reached Villa. and put D. Luis on the bench, I would not put him there as a top DM. Okay. So you're saying the same thing as what I'm saying. Who game Clark Harris going to get? Find some more CDM and bring us, please. JCH is proving himself at a deadly striker at this level. Yes, of course, of course. He might can get at this game. You guys always said it's not about the teams that you played for. So, or is it people will start to bring out calculators and start to find a way or not to put the kid in it? Give him an opportunity. All right. So, guys, at this point, after 4 games played for some, 3 games played for some, this is how it looks. Who you think will get the golden boot now? Because people said Alan will never get it over Kane, and it's disrespectful for Salah and Kane. I heard big channels saying that, but clearly they are not looking at football. They are just doing a reaction channel. You get me? Because if you say that he can't beat and win the golden boot, something is wrong with them because they're not looking at the team. They are just looking at the age of the player. You understand me? But he can win the golden boot. But obviously, I do believe that Salah and Kane will be there. Son will be there. And surprisingly, I think Jesus might get over 18 goals, upwards of 20 odd goals. 18 to 20 odd. Yeah. Someone in Arsenal might get it, but I think it's going to be Jesus because of his movements, close control, and positioning. You understand me? His positioning inside the box and his poaching ability. He will get over 18, so you never may know. So if it goes down a lower tier to say the golden boot is 23, Jesus might be in the conversation. You get me? Jesus might be in the conversation, but if it goes upwards of 25 to 35 goals, I think it's going to be Hurricane, Erling Haaland, and Salah. Those are going to be the only three keeping track with the golden boot, in my opinion. Those three. Once it's over 25, it's going to be those three. I don't think Son will get the 25 plus goals this season. Think the goals are going to be shared based on how they're playing now. Yes. I would love for him to get it though. You said you're going to stick with Salah. Yeah, man. Yeah. Liverpool will create a lot of chances, and Salah will always be one to tuck one in. So Salah could still get it, but I'm just trying to show you that after a certain time, after certain times, after guys, 29 more minutes we have, and then we're finished. Yes, we're gonna chip in some other information that we have to give you right at the back end of the video, because tomorrow we will be doing 3 streams. We are gonna be doing the Chan competition. Yes. So that's the African Nation Championship. We're gonna be watching Nigeria versus Ghana. So Jamaica never got the chance to play the Ghana Black Galaxies. We're going to see them tomorrow playing the Super Eagles from Nigeria as well. So that's why it's good to go around, because you get to learn about the football and stuff, and you get to really study the players them as well. Yes. So tune in for that, and then we're going to have 2 games. We're going to have the 3rd and 4th, which should be Brazil up against the Netherlands. Yes, and then we are going to be doing the finals, which should be Spain versus Japan, and it is the youth under 20 women's finals. All right, the FIFA World Cup under 20 women's final. Most of the personnel on our channel should know that, because it's like the flagship of the both channels. Flagship of both channels. Yes. So, guys, give me who you think will win the golden boot based on how the start goes. Because remember, 25. This is already 5 goals, 6 goals out of 25. So you have 90 more to go for the entire season, and you have how much games? 30 odd games left to play. You get me? So, do you believe that it's going to be 25 plus goals? The winner of the golden boot this season? Let me know, because I am going for 25 plus goals, 100%. 100% 25 plus goals in this one. All right, so the Premier League talk have took up the room. Love the vibes. I will try and restart because we're gonna have the World Cup, the under 20 World Cup finished, so we can bring back the program and then we can have guesses on the program back again. So sorry about that if you wanted to join but you never got a chance to join. Clearly because I had so much information, I never knew that it's gonna be so filled with Premier League chats. All right, yes, so that was my problem there. Sorry about that. But anyways, let me just give you what's going on. Phil, keep you up to speed. This is how the knockout stages went. As you can see, quarterfinals was Spain, Mexico. Spain won that one. Then you have Nigeria lost to Netherlands 2-0. Then you have Spain defeating Netherlands 2-1. And so Spain is in the finals here. Colombia lost to Brazil 1-0. Japan and France drew 3-3, and Japan won 5-3 and penalties, so they went on to take on the Brazilians definitely deserve to win this one, but for some reason they found a way to give it to literally give Japan the ball to win the game. Literally give Japan the ball to win the game. So I'm done with Brazil. So anyways, Brazil has to literally settle for third spot at this point. Third spot at this point. And for me, let me know who you would go with for the third spot. Third position in the competition. So Netherlands versus Brazil, based on what you saw. I know what Jason will say. So Jason does not have to vote because he's going to have to say his piece. All right? Yes. I know what Jason will try to go for. I will go with Brazil. The flair and style of Brazil, Yaya and Dos Santos need to leave the ball alone. One touches, play football the simple way. I just believe that is what Brazil's problem is at the under 20s this time around. They always want to touch the ball, stop the play because they want to initiate combative style to use their skill set, but they never necessarily need to use their skill set. They just needed to just play football simple at this level. But Brazil has some super players coming through the under 20s. Super players. I think they have the best players them in the tournament. Brazil and Nigeria and Spain has the best players them in the tournament. Surprisingly, I've never talked about the Japanese players them and the Netherlands players them, but yet still Japan in the final. But Brazil players, Spain players and Nigeria players, they are going to be some very solid players in the future. Okay, we have Chris Smith. Bless yourself, Chris Smith. Thanks for being here. Brazil will win that match. Oh, okay. I never expected you to say that, Brazil will win based on what I saw. I do believe that Brazil grew from strength to strength in the game. They have good energy levels. They just need to cut out that part that I talked about of wanting to dribble every single time. We know you might be the skillest dribblers, but it don't work in world football. Winning at the end of the day counts in World Cups, or else you're going to give away a third spot. You just pick something else. I knew you wanted to say Netherlands. In your sleep later, you're going to say Netherlands. From Jamaica in a World Cup, not in the World Cup, okay, but Oyini Blake, I can tell you, if you had watched this under 20s, you would have known where football, women's football going. And I can tell you, if Jamaica don't keep with this pace of getting all the best players from overseas, the big Jamaica team might have a big problem coming soon. You have some serious teams worldwide and some serious players coming through the under 17s and the under 20s. So that's why when I'm going around tracking players, finding out things is when I'm back in the Jamaican conversation. I can understand what's going on, and a lot of people came with me and watch all of these games, so they have the knowledge just the same to argue and really put people in their places. Yes. So when people out here tell us that Jamaica the greatest team in every one of the things, yes, we can have that conversation. Big up. Japan will win it all. I've never touched the Japan side. No, all right then. We're going to talk about the Japan now. So Japan now, guys, because since they're forcing us in the Japan thing. But let me see how the likes look before we go anywhere. Because we're here for 2 hours. Guys, we have 36 likes on the video. What kind of disrespect is that, guys? Come on, man. Get the likes over 50, man. We have 25 people here, but it still can go over 50 nonetheless. So if you just come in, please do hit the like button. Get us over 50 before we finish. We're gonna be finished in 18 minutes. No, not it. Well, in 22 minutes. 22 minutes. So get the likes up and get the sharing up, man. All right. You can't just always want to live in a delusional cuckoo land talking about Jamaica great every day and you slap 200 likes on the video because that's what you want to hear. You better go back to sleep because you're not going to hear it here. You're going to always hear footballing qualities here. Simple. So you better go back to sleep. You hear what I've said? Go back to sleep. If you think I'm going to stay here talking about Jamaica being great, it's not going to work. JD, your boy Haaland get a soft soap side for beat up. Oh my God. All of a sudden, Crystal Palace is a soft soap side. I picked them to get relegated, so no, you can say. All right, all right, all right. Question: Spain coach going to start Salma tomorrow? I prefer not to. I prefer not to speak. Yes. So, anyways, no, you have Spain coming up against Japan. Japan is a very good team. Let me just bring it up a little bit bigger so you can get to see for yourself what teams they actually played. So Spain, we will just put up Spain right here, and you can see all of the teams them that Spain played. As you can see, Spain started off playing Costa Rica, which is the host for the World Cup under 20s. They gave them 5. They drew with Brazil 0-0 and played good. Control the possession, which is what is actually one of their strengths. And I'm looking out for them to actually nullify the Japanese team with their passing and pressing qualities. And that's why I think the Japanese team will not live with them. Gabaro will actually score in this game because she's going to stay centrally. And Salinas, I would go with Salinas to play wide and take out Salma out of the team. She's athletic, very big, and no one can mark her because of her size. I think she's already 6 foot. She has to be 6 foot as a 20-year-old. She has to be 6 foot plus, and she's very fast and strong. And her stamina level is high, but her finishing, good lord, the girl could have scored 6 topping in one game, 6 topping. So she was that bad. So, anyways, after that, Brazil draw 5-0 over Costa Rica. They went on to defeat Australia because Australia did pick up a 3-1 victory over Costa Rica. So they had set in good mood to go through based on the first win. Remember, it's only 3 games you're going to be playing in the group stage, and they didn't because they got battered by Brazil and Spain. 2-0 for Brazil, but Brazil was dominant on the play. So it was still a batteration. But the scoreline never really tells you. Then Spain went on to defeat Mexico. Mexico's situation was a tough one. Mexico hit the bar 2 times and actually got a penalty, which they took back from Villanueva there, which I thought was an actual penalty. But because if you watch the tournament, you would have realized that the referees are terrible. Very much terrible. You understand me? So they pulled that back and cost the Concacaf team a spot maybe further on. But they did play Spain the hardest so far. Spain went up against Netherlands. It was never a competition at all. I know Jason might want to spin the narrative because he had his bet and he lost his bet there. So you want to spin the narrative. Yes. So it was an easy game for Spain. Spain should have won that one 8 or 9-1. 9-1 or 10-1 in that game. It was never a competition whatsoever. Yes. So let me go up to the comments here. All right. So we have Cataract still can't understand how some people say Bobby Reid is no good. Yes, you remember coaches said they have players in the league better than them. Brian Burke just reach an ends. Listening mood only. No problem, man. Respect boss, man. Thanks very much. Once the man them drop the like on the video showcase that they respect our time, respect our work. See the 42, 8 more likes and we reach exactly where we want to reach. And it all goes to show that you can talk football quality over football for 2 hours and not only have to talk about drama. All right, bless up Marcel City. Japan has the most cohesive unit in the tournament. Their strength is in their execution of the coach plan. Very smart tactical team. All right, you're gonna find every single word when Spain run out with this trophy. Remember, they defeated Spain the last time. It's not gonna happen again. Jason Guna. uh, oh, okay, yeah, no, no, man. But remember, it just you have to understand. People sell sentiments a lot, because remember they know that our culture is a sentimental culture. So if you only want to gain things in life, you're going to sell sentiment because if I wanted to get on this channel 1,000 subscribers very fast, I just come out and talk all about Jamaica great. But tell you what, I'm gonna get 1,000 sentimental commenters. But I'm not gonna get real people that want to have discussion with me. Look how beautiful we grew at this channel of people that's intelligently checking football and questioning me. You notice my viewers, them and subscribers, you don't see them everywhere. You know why? Because they can't relate to the sentimental behavior. They want to have conversation that can say, JD, you're wrong, and then I have to go back for something and prove. You understand me? It's not you. Everyone has their own space. That's what I'm gonna say. Everyone has their own space. We clearly showed that if we are talking about football, people will come and eventually build up. Once these videos start touch 100 and 100 plus, it's gonna go to 500-600 very easy because we're gonna break back into markets that I've actually done well before. JD, your new name is shoulda coulda boss. All right then. All right, Mr. Jason Guna. All right. Yes. So anyways, Japan. First game, Japan defeated the Netherlands, then played Ghana, struggled with the physicality at time and the pace of Ghana at that point. And then they went up against the United States, which is the best team in our region, which would be the Concacaf region if you're watching from England or anywhere else. They should be one of the best in the world. They lost that one. So what we realized about the USA at that time, they can't come over adversity. They are so good. They only plan to win games and deal with the games them like only from winning position they're going to work because they are still better than the Japan team. But yet still just never got it together on the night, Yeah. And then Japan really showcased their style right after that, which is the France game. I thought that France should have won that game. The referee teethed out that game. Yes, in my opinion. But anyways, Japan made it through, and then Japan defeated the mighty Brazilians here to fit up these finals at this point. So hope you get all of that in very, very fast time. All right. Yes. So right now I am going with Spain based off the style what Spain does play. Spain contain the ball. They work through Mingueza much of the time to push because she's the main defensive midfielder. You have others that roam because what's her name again? Sanilas or whatever her name is. She was an actual left midfielder, but she had picked up a secondary spot to be a actual winger, a double winger with Salma over the left hand side. So Salma pushed in to be a striker with Jabara up front. And then over the next side, you have Anura, sorry. Their names are weird because they're Spaniards. Yes, tomorrow is the Nigeria-Ghana game. So we will get to see how good they are TikTok. Yes. So, but what they did, they brought up, let me show you. Yeah, I'm struggling to remember the names when I could have actually just clicked on the game. But at the end of the day, you know that I've been watching the game, so at least. So I should be actually remembering the names. So you have Anarga, yes, and Gabaro, and then you have Salma with Salinas, yes, Salinas. So Mingueza was in midfield, but she played as a left wing based on the weakness of the Netherlands team. They never really possessed nothing until the goal came in. And then you have Esther. Esther is naturally a left back, right back, but she can play left back and inside midfield, if not left wing as well. She's very, very talented. I think she is one of the find of the tournament. You're going to see this girl at higher level football, 1,000%. Yes, so I do believe that because Japan possesses the ball good, it might work into Japan favor in this game to make it competitive. But I think the structured Spain team will demolish this Japanese team. It's going to be some revenge, and they're going to come out and strangle all Japan with the passing and the physicality, because Salma will get start. even though I don't want her on the field, and she will get the ball and put herself in good positions to actually set up Guevara, and she's going to add on our 7 goals so far to actually win this thing. So I'm going with Spain. Spain better not be wasteful tomorrow. Yes, yes, yes. First half they dominated. Second half, first 20 minutes was even. Oh my God! So Jason is a trouble, you know. Yes, so guys, I am looking for Spain to be champions, in the U20 World Cup for ladies. So that only goes to show me that maybe not maybe Europe is the strongest girl football part, the strongest. Yes, Europe. I don't know the second, and I don't know the third, because I don't think Concacaf is second. You know, let me know if you watch the ladies football where you would say is the second. All right. Yes, I do believe. I know that Gabaro will get the golden boot. Brazil goalkeeper might get the golden glove because she only conceded in 1 game. So she might get the golden glove. So you're going to see Casper getting the golden glove. So the golden glove should go to Casper. Gabara should get um, um, golden glove to Casper. Gabaro golden boot. Yes, because I think tomorrow, if both teams will concede, yes, so that will put most of these teams conceding goals. You know, yes, Spain conceded goals before, so yeah, golden boot. So who would you pick as your player of the tournament? Because this should be the golden boot Gabaro, sorry, Gabaro. That's golden boot. Then you have the best player of the tournament. Would you give it to Gabaro as well, best player, based on what you saw in the tournament? Let me know, because I don't know if my people that watches the tournament is here at this point. But let me know who you think is the best player of the tournament so far. I think the best player of the tournament has to come from the semi-finalists, because they got enough games to see the players them. So let me hear what you have to say. Japan still has not earned any respect from JD. You treat them Jamaicans treat Barbary. No respect. Jamaica does not play Ghana tomorrow or anytime soon. Nobody has said that. I've said you will see the Ghanaian team plays, because they're going to be playing Nigeria. But it's the same team that should have played Jamaica TikTok. All right? So I think you got everything what I've said mixed up. All right? Yeah. Who you think is the best player so far, guys? I'm going to research that and then do it for tomorrow. All right? So that's pretty much it for the overall assessments of everything. I thought that we had a good show for almost 2 hours, 9 more minutes to go on the program. Yes, so 2 hours will always be the benchmark of the programs. Yes. So and so let me just go through here. People just give me their vote. The best performance today. The best team that performed in the EPL. Who would you give it to? You have Liverpool. Let me go back out here. Liverpool scored 9 goals against Bournemouth. Arsenal won again, came back from behind to win 2-1, which I do consider that as a good result. Manchester United follow up to win 1-0 over Southampton. Not the best display. Chelsea won a game in which they had a red card from 28 minutes. If I'm not lying, let me make sure to check it again. Thought they got the red card. Gallagher got the red card overall 28 minutes. So from 28 minutes they are down and still went on to actually win it 2-1 over Leicester City, which Leicester City should be a respectable team. All right. Manchester City came from behind 2-0 down to win 4-2 with a quality team of Crystal Palace. Liverpool 9-0. All right. Yes. So Jason went for Liverpool, the best team. The best performing team. All right. So I want to hear from others. Which other teams you would say, because we're coming to the end of the show now. Just want to pick it off. Liverpool. Um, let me see. Liverpool. I think Liverpool display should be the best, But because I don't see Liverpool's midfield get tested, I still have to draw down the points a little bit more. I think I would put all three performances. No, 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 no. I would put the City and Liverpool performance up there because Crystal Palace is a good team, and Crystal Palace was up 2-0, and City rallied back and dominated the second half. So City's four goals in the second half, being that Crystal Palace is a bogey team, I would put it equally to the 9-0 over Bournemouth. Bournemouth ain't never offered nothing at all. So it's hard for me to say all right. So, for instance, if it was Liverpool today versus Crystal Palace, I think Liverpool's midfield would have been tested. You get what I'm saying? But if you give Liverpool the best performance this week, I have no problem. I have no problem. But I'm just trying to show you things that might hurt them in the next week if they don't get back a midfielder, and they're playing a team that will test them. You understand me? Yes. Amano or Mingueza, you will give it to. Bobby Reid, good club baller. Hasn't done much international except against Caribbean teams when he just started. I think that is actually a lie again. You know that I've realized what I came here and did realized. Oh, we actually broke down football. In the Canada game at Jamaica. When he played the role, the industrial role for Jamaica, to try and stop and nullify Alphonso Davies, I thought he did his job. But I guess the way we view football is not how actual coaches view football. And maybe the rest of the world view football. I think that is our problem. Inside Jamaica, we just don't view football the right way. Like with the rest of the world. That's why we tend to believe that other players are better than some. TikTok. No, Bobby Reid has played good for Jamaica. He has played good for Jamaica, but they just keep on pushing him around. Give him a real role, like how you can give Leon Bailey a role, and see how Bobby Reid flourishes. That he knows, oh, when I do return, I'm going to be playing left wing, and that's where I'm going to be playing, so I can strategize for that. Imagine moving all of the players, moving Leon Bailey to play left back, right back, midfield next week, and see if he actually produces nothing, and use all of the Jamaican players them to do that, and see if they actually achieve nothing. Bobby Reid is a very, very smart player, TikTok, and maybe the brightest player on the Jamaican team, and we need to start viewing football different. That's what we need to start doing. You get me? Yeah. Bobby Reid has played much better games than almost 90% of these people that we brought in. More 90% of the local players them, and a lot of the other overseas players them. The guy put in shifts for different coaches every single time. You understand me? So we have to be careful how we judge him. He's not a club baller, man. I just believe that Jamaica never had a good coach. You know? Yes, I just believe that. And I think people would agree with me. I just believe that Jamaica never had a good coach. Jamaica just never had a good coach to go up to these level of these players. Simple as that. Just can't coach the teams. And up to this point, we don't get a good coach that can actually coach the quality of the players. Can we just say Giroud is one of the most underrated striker this decade? I think overall, I would say that. Not going to lie, Imaxit Football, every Japan play, every game Japan play in this tournament, I'm surprised. All right, then we're gonna see them playing for the last time. Yes, for the last time. But guys, what about what TikTok said? TikTok said Bobby Reid a club baller. Would you agree with that? Because I've said it's because Jamaica coaches are not good. JD, did you see Butler's comment that they put in Birmingham newspaper? About what? About what? About what? Remember, I was busy working on the thing. Let me put it in here. All right. Tom Butler. Don Butler. Which Butler? Which Butler? Our Butler, Jason? Let me see. 24 hours. Nope. All right, let me change his name. Okay. He was complaining about playing time. Said he was a winger. Okay. All right. Let me see. Well, he's a club baller because when he comes to Jamaica, it it's okay. Yeah. Okay. Craig Butler. Okay. So let me see what Craig Butler had to say. Let me bring it up here, and then we can finish on that. Craig Butler. Craig Butler. Oh God. Why am I say Greg? Sorry. In the last 24 hours. All right. Let me put the past week. Craig Butler. So he was complaining about playing time and said he was a winger but can play anywhere and some other madness. Okay. So will people come if that's what he's saying? Was that not the same thing that I made video over? So should I start getting respect for my insights then? Aston Villa and did let him move, warning as Leon Bailey agent slams rule ahead of West Ham clash. Okay. He didn't go to England to be on bench, but we have to be honest. The players them that's on the field, I don't think Leon Bailey is better than them. So I'm very sorry. So why is it? All right, you see the reason, guys. You see the reason why. You saw the reason why I've covered these videos and tell you about football. You realize that I'm needed to talk about football because look how long, look how easy this comeback around, which we talked about. You see, Jason, look at that. Look how beautiful that is. This is the problem that we have now. We are going to pull up what Aston Villa has in their arsenal as players. Just we're going to finish it on that one. All right, transfer market. We're going to put in Aston Villa. All of the players them that Aston Villa has, and also the systems that Aston Villa plays. We just talked about it just a while ago. You understand me? So this behavior will not fly. You know. We need to start talking football on a reality term because remember I told you about the problem and I told you that Leon Bailey will become a problem at Aston Villa and people thought that I was eating. So if he came out and said these things, it just goes to show. I'm trying to get the Aston Villa team 1 second just to show you their team itself for you to see. All right. We have to understand, guys. Yes, I'm running through it now, Jason, and I will just take up the part of the show to do this part. All right, thanks guys for the 50 likes. If you just come in, please do hit the like button, share and subscribe. We will be doing these contents on a weekly basis. All right, don't worry yourself. We will come with it. All right, yes. So Aston Villa at this point, you know the quality of them. All right, so this is what they have here. So Leon Bailey, sometimes you have to take people's market value at then because before that's what Jamaicans used to talk about Leon Bailey in the highest regards is market value. Now his market value went down to 25 million. You can see your Buendia 32 million. His market value still stayed up. All right. Yes. Watkins, the market value 35 million right there. All right. So you have 1, 2 there up there, higher than Leon Bailey. Then you have Ramsey, same value as Leon Bailey. McGinn, more than Leon Bailey. Kamara, same value as Leon Bailey. Douglas Luiz, 38 million at this point. Then Matty Cash, same value as Leon Bailey. Digne, same value as Leon Bailey. Ming over Leon Bailey value. Diego Carlos, 40 million. So really, and Martinez 28 million. If we're going to just look at market value, it so Liam Bailey is not the most marketable person, not even the sixth most marketable person in the team. They are building a high quality team. I just believe that Gerard, where I can agree with Gerard, Gerard has been bad. You get me? But Gerard never bought Liam Bailey. Gerard never bought Liam Bailey. It's just a situation he found himself in. You get me? Yes. JD was did stream plan or you run come here because Alan score a bag of goals. No, the stream never planned, but I had it in mind to do the girls preview because we want to make sure we represent the girls them and finished off the tournament like what we always did. And then we had Reggae Boyz abroad to do, and we had a Premier League to do. I said okay, let me put all three of them in and complete it. I'm here 2 hours and we still have information that we don't even touch. You get me? Yeah. Big up JD. Beauty from Raheem Sterling today. Yes, man. That wasn't smart move by Butler and Bailey's agent. No, I know it wasn't a smart move, but the problem is our attitude. Our attitude is our biggest downfall. You understand me? That means Butler, because he's the one that gets all the papers. So he thinks that Bailey is the biggest thing there. Maybe that's how they signed him at the time. But you have things always improve. So the condition at that point when he just came in, he came in with Buendia. So obviously they were saying that Buendia would much more play centrally, but can play wide. So Liam Bailey would just be the soul seller at this point because he would be the winger, more flamboyant, more flashy and stuff. It never worked out for him last season. His market value dropped, his interest dropped. The person in Aston Villa wanted him out. All of those things happen. You understand me? So, and then they brought in a new manager. The new manager tried the expansive style, but it never worked. He's getting result playing more narrow. More narrow. It does not fit Liam Bailey in it. Either he has to play as a striker. And then they believe that they have two better strikers up front. And I want to say that they are two better strikers than Liam Bailey in the Premier League. So you're not going. Would you drop Watkins or Ings for Liam Bailey as a striker? Let me know. Yes or no, guys. Liam Bailey or Watkins or Ings. Or you have to pick two because Coutinho, you will never pick Liam Bailey over Coutinho because Liam Bailey can't do those things that Coutinho does. We have to be honest to ourselves when we have these big conversations. The good thing, we have players in these conversations, so that is still a plus, because Liam Bailey is a very top player, but we are talking the toppest players in world football. We're talking about Coutinho. You get me? Yes. So we're just trying to show you the situation for Aston Villa. We build two video of it. So when we hear Mr. Butler come and talk about it, that is shocking, I think Bailey is a good player, but he's not where some people think he is. He also has to prove himself among the best. But remember, I think it's because they got a contract and he was the one that should come into the contract as the big deal. You understand me? But remember, the Premier League is not. The Premier League is an ever-moving thing. It's 100 plus million you get to stay in the Premier League. You have seats. You have ticket sales. I should say you have sponsors. You have everything. So money is always coming in. It's a competitive league. So no one will stay and wait on you. This is not Jamaica, where you just play football and you're gonna always be the big deal. That's what I've said from day one, and I will still stick on it. You get me? Yes, Bailey, I go run Argentina to the ground. I am not even sure about that. We wait until that time comes. The 25-year-old who joined Aston Villa from Bayern Leverkusen last summer has only played 22 outing during the injury time in England. However, he has started 2 of Villa's 3 Premier League games so far this season, and his attacking threat could play an important role for Gerrard's side, given their lack of goals so far. But it appears Butler is still not content with Bailey's involvement in Gerrard's team, taking to social media ahead of the Villa's Sunday clash with West Ham at Villa Park, 2 p.m. kickoff, if you want to watch it. He insisted the Jamaican international is hungry to deliver, but can't do so from the bench. All right. And he continues here. He wrote on Instagram, Liam Bailey is a winger first. Any other position is because he has been trained to play anywhere, but he's a winger first, and the potential to be the best in the world runs through his every move. If Villa doesn't want him, let him move to a club that will play him and utilize his special tools. So what about giving him an overall skill set? So because so Jason, you have to respect me, Jason. Remember, I've said, and you have said it as well. But this is what I've always said. We keep on. Why our players them seems to always only play one position. Like our main trait is just to be a specialist in one position on the field. Why is it we can't just we are special, but we still can play other places? Because being a utility player in this time actually helps you, It actually helps you, guys. It actually helps you. Mane, you see, saw Mane gone to Bayern Munich. Mane is not a striker. So, but he's playing a striker role for Bayern Munich. You never heard him complain. He works with the system. Salah went in to play a striker. Salah went in to play attacking midfielder, left and right midfielder, and then winger at the same time, and even central forward if you want him to do so. That's numerous amount of positions. So if you want to consider as a top players, them one position can't do it. Even one-footed Robin can play from attacking midfielder, striker, and also winger, and he's one-footed. All the best players them are never one location players them. Messi, left wing, central attacking midfielder, central forward, striker if you need him to play. Cristiano Ronaldo, left wing, striker, not attacking midfielder, but central forward. Gareth Bale, left back, a central attacking midfielder. He can play central forward, striker, and winger as well, and left and right midfielders. All the football education is something makes you reach places. Simple as that. It makes you reach places. And that's where I'm going to shut it down. He's getting minutes, and the season just started while they are struggling. Butler need to be careful. Yes, because it's not about it's not about one person. It's Aston Villa to reach places, which is very much important. So I always remember that. And that's why I always said it's not about Liam Bailey and numbers. In world football, people don't buy people off numbers. It's the involvement around the numbers, because you can score 50 goals and the next man score 20 goals, but he's a team player and he fits into your system, and they would pay $1 million, 2-3 million more for the next man who scored the 20 goals, because your 50 goals might come in when your teams are losing and you get 2 goals in all of that, and 25 out of your goals them are non-factor goals. You understand me? So we have to always structure things before we jump at it. All right? Yes, man. But Liam Bailey, they have to be careful how they monitor these guys, and we need to have some serious people behind these youths from Jamaica in order for them to go places. You get me? Yes, we have to have some serious people behind them. There's a lot of things it takes to go top. So the word that I have to give Liam Bailey is don't watch numbers. Learn football. Just learn football. Don't watch numbers. Just continue to grow and don't watch numbers. Play a game. When you do it the right way, you go anywhere. All right. So, guys, thanks every one of you guys that participated in this one. Next week we will do it right again. Hopefully, we can keep on running up the numbers, which we know we are going to do, because we know what we do is definitely a good thing. Yes, so make sure to join us next week. Subscribe, share, and hit the like button. Thanks all of you guys that participated. Thomas, thanks for the donation, massive respect, and thanks every one of you guys that hit a like on the video. We really and truly appreciate it, and hopefully hopefully we can get this series going and kick over 100 people watching every week, which we never stop. We are going to do it. All right. Peace out. See you in the next one.